Once again, Jack and all guests on Jack's World of Wildlife are professionally trained. Please do not try anything you see on this show at home. Howdy y'all, welcome back to Jack's World of Wildlife. Now what I have here is something you may not have ever even heard of. So this right here is called a flower wasp or a bluebottle wasp, sometimes referred to as a blue ant. Now what these are terrestrial solitary wasps, much like the velvet ant or velvet wasp or cow killer of North America. Now as you can see right in there, beautiful, beautiful iridescent coloration. So this right here is a female. The males of these guys have wings and are pollinators, which is pretty common of male wasps. Now what I have heard is that these hurt worse than a bull ant. And the bull ant was pretty comparable to a bullet ant. And the bullet ant was much worse than the tarantula hawk. So, according to my research, this could be one of the most painful stinging insects on the planet. And what better way to test that out than to, of course, try it myself. So, you can see, look, they lift their abdomen up in the air when they're feeling threatened. Oh man, that is just a... Ooh, the stinger's long. Ah, go back in there, hold on. Alright. That is a gnarly looking animal. Look at that. Alright, here we go. Here we go. Oh! Oh! Alright, yeah, get in there. Alright, so it's stinging me. But it hasn't really... It's just jabbing me. The stinger's so big. Look, it's drawing blood on my arm. Oh! Ooh! Alright, that's interesting. Oh! Okay. Alright, that's enough of that. Alright. Oh, don't get out. Alright, I'll just let it walk around on me. Come here. Ow. That is a big stinger. Look at that. You can see my arms getting red again. Look at that. So anyway, these guys are pretty cool. As far as pain goes, it certainly hurts quite a bit. I would probably say... It's exactly what I would say. I would say it's probably about as painful as the Myrmecia gulosa, the bull ant sting. Oh, check that out. Starting to get some little chill bumps, just like on the gulosa sting. It's interesting. As far as it goes, it's not as wide as the gulosa sting. It's deeper, so it goes straight in, and it certainly feels warmer. So I guess you could say it does hurt, probably a little more than the Myrmecia gulosa, but not by any means, like, unbearable. Now, what's really cool about these guys is they actually prey primarily on... Cockatoos, man, what can you do? They primarily prey on mole crickets, which is really, really strange. So they actually use those pretty large mandibles up in the front to actually procure mole crickets, and then they sting them, which paralyzes them. Ooh, look at that, look at that. Look at that welt. I guess those are all the individual places where the stinger went in. So it did sting me multiple times. However, the sting structure is a little different than most ants. Normally when the ants sting you, the stinger gets stuck because there's a lot of barbs on the end. This didn't feel very, I don't know. It was real large stinger, so it just kind of barely pierced the skin, pumped in some venom, and then it was done. As opposed to some of the other ant stings where they stick the stinger in and it gets stuck in there and they have to pull it out. Really, really interesting. Starting to welt up quite a bit now. Certainly an interesting sting. Here, let me put her on there. Certainly interesting for sure. But as far as it goes, I am still disappointed. I have not been, completely paralyzed or incapacitated by a sting yet. And I've supposedly been stung with the most venomous ants, with the most painful ants, the most painful wasp. And just not impressed, guys. Mind over matter. I know that it's going to hurt. I know that the sting's going to be uncomfortable. When you just see the stinger go in, I don't know, it's just different. I can see how a lot of this stuff would really, really hurt if it surprised you. But just intentionally stinging yourself with something, you're just measuring the pain, and it's really not too hard to just get out of your body and just feel that pain for what it is. Really, really pretty. So I can actually take a moment to talk about structural coloration here. So this iridescent coloration on the abdomen is what's called structural color. So that's different than cellular, which would be like the pigment in our skin. That's the color that the cells actually are. Structural coloration is actually how the structure of the exoskeleton of the cells actually reflects light to cause a certain color. So in more intense lighting, this color would actually be brighter and more vibrant because it's about how light reflects off of the structure of the cells rather than the cells putting off color themselves. And that's relatively common in insects, especially with the color blue, with greens and things like that. It's very hard to have cellular blue color. So a lot of times you see that is actually structural. Really, really cool insect. The pain's actually mostly gone completely away. What?
Get it to walk on your face.
Get it to walk on my face?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Alright. Bluebottle wasp, blue ant. Supposed to be real painful. It was alright. Not the best, but not the worst either. It's pretty painful. Come here. So the pain's actually mostly gone away. As you can see, there's still a lot of welts there. It's pretty tough. All in all, really interesting. Real interesting, real fantastic. So we're just gonna have ourselves a wonderful afternoon, and hopefully we find some more stuff.